to accomplish the task the President assigned for us in his EO, which is to propose a federal regulatory framework governing the issuance and operation of digital assets, including stablecoins, in the United States. I've talked to many founders over the past few years, and they've told me repeatedly that the number one thing they need from Washington is regulatory clarity. They just want to know what the rules of the road are so they can abide by them. We're coming off, frankly, 4 years of arbitrary prosecution and persecution of crypto companies where the SEC wouldn't tell founders what the rules were, but then they would prosecute them. And many founders have even told me stories of being debanked personally just because they had founded a crypto company. All of this approach was driving this important technology of the future offshore, and we want to keep that innovation onshore in the U.S. Financial assets are destined to become digital, just like every analog industry has become digital, and we want that value creation to happen in the United States rather than giving it away to other countries.
Yo, I just want to play that clip. That's from the crypto conference. That's David Sachs, Crypto Czar. And as you heard from the man himself, everything is going from analog to digital in the finance sector. You know, like I tell you guys about music. It started off with albums, right? They put the needle on the thing, it spins around and plays the data. You know, it's stored on that album, and they put the needle on there, analog. Okay, that evolved to an 8-track. That evolved to a cassette. That evolved to a CD. Then it evolved to an MP3. Now it's just streaming in fucking cyberspace, my boy. Just like money's about to be doing. Crypto, you know? So during these dips, you got to think about this stuff, guys. There's a lot of bullishness, okay? It's a lot of bullishness. It's looking ugly right now, I'm not going to lie. There's some things I want to talk about that might suppress the price for a while. We could be months in sideways choppiness. I'm not sure. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I am still bullish long term. But there is one thing that we can do in these times, gentlemen. You know what that is? Accumulation, no selling, don't give a fuck if we keep on bleeding. Accumulation, no breathing, don't give a fuck if we keep on bleeding. I meant to hit that button, sorry. But that's really how the market is right now. It's kind of just like, you know, the calm before the storm, gentlemen. We could be a little bit of bearishness going on here. So let's just look at this real quick. Fear and greed still at 35. Bitcoin struggling to stay above 97. It's just not looking that good. Altcoins are getting wrecked. Look at the BTC dominance. It's climbing up. People are leaving altcoins, you know. Altcoins are getting slaughtered. This is actually an excellent time to buy. Now, here's a couple things I want to talk about. This is some bearishness. Trump announces blanket tariffs on steel and aluminum, reciprocal tariffs on other countries. Let me just read this real quick. President Donald Trump said Sunday that he will announce reciprocal tariffs this week, as well as a 25% blanket tariff on steel and aluminum imports. Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff, Trump told reporters on Air Force One, adding to the same tariff will be applied to aluminum. Trump said he would most likely make a formal announcement Tuesday or Wednesday about reciprocal tariffs on every country, while an announcement about steel tariffs would happen Monday. Reciprocal tariffs would go into effect almost immediately. Guys, this is going to probably, you know, tank markets. I'd have to take a guess. If you look at what the other tariffs did, it wasn't good for markets. Very simply, it's if they charge us, we charge them. Without naming specific countries, he indicated that not all trading partners would be affected while if he's satisfied with the current arrangements with them. It won't affect everybody because there are some where we have similar tariffs, but the ones that are taking advantage of the United States, we're going to have a reciprocity, Trump added later, referring to the reciprocal tariffs. The full impact of the reciprocal tariffs is murky because individual countries have different import policies, which can also be complicated by their needs to comply with other economic partnerships, such as the European Union. But the tariffs ultimately affect major U.S. trading partners like Canada, Mexico, China, the EU, and Japan. Okay, so we have more tariffs coming next week. There's a lot of data coming out also. Next week is a big, big, big week for markets, guys. It's a crazy week. I'm just being honest. Could be some serious volatility. Nothing coming out Monday except the tariff news. Tuesday with the NFIB Optimism Index, which is like a measure of small business growth. And Jay Powell is testifying to Congress on the monetary policy at 10 a.m. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, we have CPI. Thursday, initial jobless claims. That's a weekly report. And what else is on Thursday? Oh, we have PPI, which is Producer Price Index. That's more inflation data on Thursday and jobs data. And yeah, Friday's probably not much, you know. I don't see much going on Friday. But there's also some earnings reports from like McDonald's and a couple other big players in the space. That's going to probably be moving markets. I'm telling you guys, I don't know what's going to happen. I do not know what's going to happen. But there are some things I want to read to you because this has caught my attention. Bitcoin, let me see here. Using data from CryptoQuant, the analyst notes that the realized price of Bitcoin acquired in the past 1 to 3 months stands at $97,000. This data suggests a 1% market loss. But for traders considering Bitcoin, it's currently valued around $97,000. However, Martinez warns the most favorable buying options for BTC have historically come when traders are at a 12% loss. Therefore, the Bitcoin market with a 1% average loss may not present the ideal condition for new entrants, and there is still strong potential for further price corrections. Martinez's observation suggests Bitcoin is likely far from a local bottom despite recent price slumps. Based on presented historical data, the next local bottom for BTC would be around 85,600, which would present the ideal accumulation zone for investors aiming for significant profit margins. However, it is worth noting that the presence of new variables such as strong institutional interest and corporate accumulation of Bitcoin marked the spot ETF inflows could prevent premier cryptocurrency from dipping as low as previous cycles to launch its next bullish swing. So basically, you know, they're saying they could dump down there. I think it could possibly even go lower than this. The next support below this would be, you know, people are calling for $71,000, you know. That is insane. That is insane. It's bearish out here right now. I'm not going to lie. There's some bullish stuff, though. If it'll load. Bearish on the computer. Can't wait to buy a new computer, guys. I've been waiting too long. Texas. Texas Bitcoin Reserve Bill moves forward in legislative process. So they're getting it done. February 7th, okay? They presented the bill, and this thing is rolling through. And they're talking about allocating 1% of their statewide revenue into Bitcoin. Let me just read this. The proposal includes the formation of the Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Advisory Committee, composed of state legislators and financial officials, to provide recommendations and oversee the reserve's management. The bill also outlines a public recognition program for individuals who donate Bitcoin to the reserve. Funding for Bitcoin purchases by the state legislatures would be capped at 1% of the state's unencumbered general revenue balance per biennial cycle. I don't know how to pronounce that word. If the bill passes with a 2/3 majority, it would take effect immediately. What? Otherwise, it would be enacted on September 1st, 2025. So, guys, some of these things, it's looking a lot more like the end of the year is going to be bullish. Not really right now. These things take time, you know. These things really do take time. I had some other things I pulled up I want to talk about real quick. Oh, yeah, some more bullishness. Okay, so Bitcoin OG sees $700,000 Bitcoin price, $16,000 Ethereum in this Valhalla cycle. Gentlemen, you know, it's not all droomy and gloomy all the time. We still have a lot of things to be bullish on, you know. I'm bullish as fuck, I'm bullish as fuck, I'm bullish as fuck. But yeah, right now, guys, the bulls are getting slaughtered. Getting hit with that reciprocating dildo. These altcoins have been getting, they don't even have a butthole left, you know? These altcoins don't even have a butthole left. It's just a gaping bloody hole at this point, you know? getting slaughtered with the reciprocating dildo. Ride up that altcoin ass. But yeah, pretty soon, guys, not too far from now, all these liquidations aren't going to be longs anymore. It's going to be shorts, you know? And guess who's going to be getting slaughtered? The bears. Off with their fucking heads. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm kind of bearish in the short term, not going to lie. These tariffs and, you know, yeah, like this thing says, Bitcoin stumbles as Trump announces 25% steel and aluminum tariffs. So it's something to keep in mind. When these markets open Monday, who knows what's going to happen, guys? Probably dump, you know? Probably more of that. It's going to be a lot more of this and not that much of this. But however, we have a full moon on the 12th. Price action usually does well after a full moon, but I don't know. Things could flip bullish like this. All it takes is, you know, some positive news or things like that. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion of what's going on, why things are bearish right now. There's a lot of reasons, but the long-term sentiment is extremely bullish, you know? So, you know, you don't really need to be worrying too much about the shit. You just need to be worried about stacking your bags and adding to your positions. You got an excellent opportunity right now. Accumulation, no selling, don't give a fuck if we keep on bleeding. Accumulation, no selling, don't give a fuck if we keep on bleeding. You know? Accumulation, no breathing. Yeah, guys, that's all I got for you. You know, to keep your head on a swivel, gentlemen, it's not the end of the world, okay? This is honestly a blessing in disguise. If you think about it, it sucks. It sucks balls, you know? I'm not gonna lie, big old hairy, juicy, salty ones, you know? But sometimes you just gotta take a bite of that shit sandwich and just swallow it. What else are you going to do at this point? If you sat and rode your altcoins 80% down, you need to just be adding to your position at this point. If you sell, you're giving up, you're giving in to the whales and the institutions. They want you to do that. They want you to sell. They're on the other side of that trade mashing buy. Just being honest. That's exactly what they're doing because they are accumulating. They're loving this shit right now. And you should be too. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. Embrace the dumpage. Because after a whole lot of dumpage, what comes? The fucking pump. You know, we're going to get a whole lot of pumping after this. But we just have to get through this bearishness, you know? We got to get through this tariffs. We got to get through J Powell. We got to get through stuff like that. So, it's a lot of reasons to be bullish, though. A lot of reasons to be bearish. It's not the end of the bull market. The bull market probably will have a late kickoff. I'm not going to lie. It seems like it's just getting pushed back further and further with QE and all this stuff happening maybe in May or June, which leads me to believe this very well could be an extended bull run. Okay? I talked about that in a video. This should just give me more and more reason to believe that that's what's going to be the case. I just don't see Bitcoin tumbling after they're announcing reserves and QE, all the price suppression, nation state adoption. I just don't see that, man. I mean, I'm going to definitely be taking profits, but I'm going to leave a moon back. You know, I'm not selling all my positions off because I just see this lasting longer than usual because there's been too much bearishness. But gentlemen, keep your head on a swivel. You know, be looking at these charts and, you know, if we dump, accumulate. What else are you going to do? You're going to sell and fucking give up? Or are you going to get richer? You got two choices. Give up or get richer. not very much fucking choice to me. I'm gonna accumulate, my boy, you know? Accumulation. But yeah, like I said, if you get any value, like and subscribe. And hold down the fort, gentlemen. Hold down the fort.